also the team orchestra and the one who is responsible for distributing the plays in an orderly manner. It's also the one who tosses the ball towards the intended attacker and usually the one who takes decisive touch on a rally play.
Quick set is a precise and fast set that occurs in volleyball. This type of set is usually put just above the net. It's about 2 inches, with the hitter either fast approaching or already in the mid-air when the set is executed. This type of set requires great accuracy and timing between the setter and the hitter.
Back set, a set delivered usually to the opposite attacker and thus making the setter set the ball opposite to what he or she is pitching.
Shift set, a high and semi-fast set intended for overheat plays and fast plays.
Quick attack, a fast attack in the middle intended to make a speedy kill.
Terminology of volleyball is open hit or attack. A kill is executed in the zone 2 by the open hitter.
5 back row attack, an attack done in respect to the backline and usually taken care of by the back row players.
Opposite attack. Opposite attack is an attack that is executed in the zone 4 by the opposite hitter.
Offensive block, a block that aims to stop an attack that makes the ball to stay on the opponent's court. So, nangyayari siya if nag-spike quick attack yung opponents and then yung blocker blinak na yung ball.
Standing serve, a simple serve executed in a non-locomotive or neutral position and correct body position leads to a higher chance of success.
Topspin jump serve, the fast, strong serve done by tossing the spinning ball and hitting it with the force, making it the most offensive type of serve.
Scoring department, service ace, a point achieved through a successful non-returnable ball coming from a serve.
Spike point, a point scored by perfectly executed clean kill. It also means as scoring by slamming the ball over the net into the opposing court effectively and aggressively.
Blocking point is a point scored by a non-returnable defensive stop. It occurs when the player blocks the ball to the opponent's court leading to a point or side out. Blocks are only awarded when it leads immediately to a point or loss of rally.
Receive is the first defensive touch coming from serve. When you are going to receive the ball, you should use your forearm rather than your wrist.
Take is a forearm pass that is used to control the ball and pass it to the center of the net. It is also a defensive attempt of saving the ball from an attack or loose ball play.
Defense zone in volleyball is rotational defense. As the name suggested, players rotate to their read position based on how the play is developing.
So what is excellent dig? Excellent dig is a successful dig attempt that eventually resulted to a team point.
Excellent receive is a term used to define the act of perfectly receiving the first ball and exactly pass to a comfortable setting position.
Net violation or net infraction is touching the net with any part of the body while the ball is in play. Exception for that is if the ball is driven into the net with such force that it causes the net to contact an opposing player, no foul will be called and the ball shall continue into the play.
Overreaching violation is a violation done by attempting to distract a possible set play by the opponent through a block attempt or reaching the ball while it is still on the opponent's playing area.
Antenna fault,
is a violation done by hitting the side antenna by an attack or by an off-the-block play.
Service error is an error done by not being able to serve the ball in a playable manner. It can either be a net ball serve or an out-of-bounds serve.
Attack error. An attack error is charged to a player whenever an attack hit out of bounds, hits the net, leading into a forehit or dead ball violation. Lastly, the ball is blocked down by the opposition and cannot be kept in place.
Receiving error or misreceive is an error done by not being able to receive the ball properly, which will eventually result in a faulty play or even an opponent point.
Rotation error is a violation where players are not properly placed in their designated rotation or zone. And these are the examples of rotation error.
Foot fault is a violation in the service area done by accidentally stepping the service line upon a serve attempt.
Lifting ball is an error done by a possible taking the ball in a play by a contact long enough to be considered as a hold ball.
It's an error caused by an unbalanced rotation of a contact and a base that is visible with the motion of the ball after the error is made. Each second service violation is a violation done in the service area by a player not being able to serve immediately 8 seconds after the referee whistles for serve.
The open hitter, usually recognized as the percentage player responsible for attack the ball and is usually designated in zone 2.
Middle blocker. So, ito yung may hawak ng bola. Sila yung opponents na trying to attack the other side. Yun na sa gitna na nakablock siya yung middle blocker na tinatawag to defend the ball.
What is a libero? A libero is designated backrow player. Also, libero wears a clearly contrasting color uniform from the rest of the team to help the official track his player. Did you know that liberos are not counted to your total submission limit? So that is the advantage to have a libero in team. What does libero do? The best player on the team, who is not need to play front row, will become the team's number 1 libero. Libero are also often vocal and aggressive. This makes them excellent candidates for players who are willing to throw themselves on the floor if needed.
Down the line attack is the attack done in respect to the line zones of the attacking player.
Cross-court attack. It is an individual attack directed across the net at an angle from another side, which is the left side, to another side, which is the right side. It's also referred as an hitting angle.
Drop ball. Drop ball is a sticky play where a player puts the ball in the opponent's zone that is hard to defend.
Donut hole is an imaginary hole or the gap between players where drop balls are usually put in, so that it will be harder to catch, chase, or even defend.
Underhand pass is a pass using the forearms in a bent position. And here are the sample features about underhand pass.
Overhead pass is a first ball pass coming from a high ball. The ball is played with the fingers using an overhead setting action. The overhead pass involves hitting the ball using an overhead playing motion to direct the ball to your teammate.
DEUCE is the apparent tie of score tally towards the latter part of the set and is usually contested by winning 2 clear points ahead of your opponent. So, ganito siya. Kunwari, yung team A, nag-24, last one. Tapos, sumabol yung team B. So, nag-24 din sila. So, 24-24 yung score. Magiging tie. DEUCE tawag doon. So, ang mangyayari, plus 2 points dapat. Yung magiging bali magiging 26 dapat para manalo. So, bali hanggat naghihintay, magpa-plus 2 siya. So, yun.
First tactical timeout is an individual game break after the team reached the 8th point of the first set. This is the official signal for timeout.
Set point. Set point is a point where a team is 1 point away from winning a set.
A match point is when the team could win not only the set but also the match with the next point. It's a match point situation. Say, a team leads a match 2 sets to 1 and builds a 24 to 15 lead in the 4th set. It would be match point for that team, and it would continue to be match point on every point until the other team tied the score.